Hello and welcome to Cloud Fox Hub. My name is Bhavesh Adara. Now you have crystal clear understanding of DLQ, but we need to understand another option related to the DLQ known as Redrive Allow Policy. In this video, I'm going to explain you this option. Let's start. Introduction. Redrive Allow Policy is a safety rule on DLQ that decides which source SQS queues are allowed to use this DLQ. DLQ says only these queues can put fail messages inside me. Means Redrive Allow Policy is a configuration of your DLQ, right? If you look at this picture, we have like two queues over here, Q1, and Q1's DLQ is DLQ for test. So if I'm going to set up Redrive Allow Policy, I have to set up this into the DLQ. So DLQ for test I'm going to this. Then here we have edit, and then we need to touch this option. Okay. But keep this in mind, this option must be configured on the DLQ. So this is my DLQ and I'm going to set up this. Now, by default, it is disabled, right? It is disabled. Now, if it is disabled, it means it is problematic. How? Let's go step by step. Now, why it is needed? You have many SQS queue in one AWS account. You may have multiple SQS queue, right? If no restrictions is there, means this option is disabled in the DLQ, means no restrictions. Any queue could send fail message into this DLQ. DLQ become messy and confusing. So AWS provides control. So right now we have two options. Now this is disabled. So if it is disabled, what will happen? DLQ does not restrict source queues. Any queue can use this DLQ. No recommended for the production. Look, right now, if you look at over here, I have Q1 and Q1 having one DLQ, right? Now what I'm doing, I'm going to create another queue. Let's say that Q2, right? Q2. And it is a very normal queue. So I'm just going to click on create queue. Now I want to configure DLQ for Q2 as well, right? I want to configure DLQ for Q2 as well. So I'm going to the Q2, going to the dead letter queue and going to click on edit. And here, dead letter queue, I'm going to enable this and I'm going to choose DLQ for test. Same. Now you have this question. This DLQ for test is already DLQ of Q1, right? It is already DLQ of Q1. Can it become a DLQ for Q2 as well? Yes. Let's do this. Look, 3. Save. Now if you look at this condition, Q1 and Q2 having same DLQ, right? And if you allow this, what will happen? Any queue could send fail message into the DLQ. DLQ become messy and confusing, okay? And it is actually not recommended. Now, it can be possible. Why? Because if you look at over here of your DLQ, this option is actually disabled, right? If you don't want to do this, if you want to allow only Q1 to become main queue of this DLQ, you should enable Redrive. Now what I am doing, let's go to the Q2. We have this DLQ for test already as a DLQ of this Q2. I'm going to remove this. Okay. Let me remove. I remove dead letter Q. It means now Q2 don't have any DLQ. Okay. Okay. This is done. Going to restart the situation. I have Q1. Q1 having one DLQ. Name of this DLQ is DLQ for test. Now, I don't want that any queue can be main queue of this DLQ. I don't want to allow Q2 to become main queue of our DLQ. We want that only Q1 can be main queue of DLQ, right? So in this case, how I can going to set up this?
Thanks for watching. To continue learning AWS with structured lessons, real labs, practice tests, and live sessions with Bhavesh Atara, join our full course at www.cloudfolkshub.com. For any help, call 982-575-7737. All course details are provided in the description.